Yo, what's up guys, on here, and today we are going to be covering the LCPL Week 2. So I'm playing for the Atlantis Fomantis, and we are playing versus the Snoms. So we'll be covering as well, like I said in the previous video, one my game, one SS game, and one old gen game. So I was playing versus Excelsior, which is a pretty versatile player playing in a very different generation and tiers as well. So this week it was pretty strange in the prep. In fact, I had a team that Kitter suggested me in the early week, and I was like, okay, yeah, I'm going to play this one. I made some slight modification to it, and it was looking good in the scout. So it was this team, but with the sub Bear Juice Mudbray instead of Diglett. And the thing that happened is that I think on Thursday or Friday, my good friend Surfy played versus Excelsior in the Little Cup majors, and he actually brought the this team that Kitter also gave to him. So I was like, okay, well, I can't bring the exact same team for this game, so I needed to change something so that he don't recognize it and try to play around it. We decided to bring Diglett as a ground Pokemon and electricity immune and everything. So and also Diglett is just a very solid Pokemon overall with its high speed and its trapping capacity. So on the other end, my opponent is bringing Carve, which is very threatening for my team, especially if Ferroseed gets trapped. The Ferroseed on the other end is not a problem. Coughing is okay-ish. Minfu is Minfu. Porygon, I don't know if it's a Scarf, if it's a Trace, if it's Agility, so I don't know it yet. And you have the standard Trapinch. On my side, we have the standard Natu, Mienfu, Ferroseed Core, Coughing, always useful. You got Frillish, which I don't play too often, and you got the Diglett, that is a Violet. So we'll get right into the game. So I definitely want to bounce back for the week one that I think I played pretty poorly. So I was looking for that game as well. So I'm gonna lead versus with Mienfu. Is gonna lead with Carve. I'm gonna make the same play as my opponent did last week, which is straight going back to Pharaoh. I'm gonna read it. I'm gonna go straight for the knock. Doesn't want to get trapped by the Trapinch, I think, which yeah, exactly. So here I'm gonna make my first misplay. I'm going straight to Frillish, which is, in my opinion, it's really a bad play because most of Coughings right now are starting back to get to the to use T-Bolt. Sorry, since Natu is everywhere and Staryu is good as well. So most Coughing are running T-Bolt, and I really should have gone to Diglett because here you got two switch-ins to Coughing, are Natu and Frillish, which is very free to hit with the T-Bolt, and unfortunately I get the crit on the first turn, which is not ideal because of course neutralizing gas magnet it cannot get cursed body, and I'm forced to recover spam here. I just live short with 1 HP. I'm going to spam recover, and here I have. So it was a 50-50 because at some point you would have gone to Carve just to get advantage of it, in my opinion, and that's what I was thinking, and that's what I was tempting to try to get. And in retrospect, I think that it was more likely for them to get a crit than to me to get out of the way of 2 T-Bolt. So that was on me. I get fortunately I get wrong on that point, so I'm forced to go to Diglett, which they don't predict, and they try to just to play safe. I'm gonna put my rocks. That's gonna help me to weaken everything. I'm going to my Natu. I'm gonna read the stay in. I'm gonna get a lucky burn on that one. So I'm going to roost. They finally go back to carve, which is like maybe questionable that they could have done earlier, but yeah, you know. So I'm forced to. I'm trying to get advantage of a U-turn. Doesn't work, so unfortunately I'm forced to sack Frillish here with the flip turn. I didn't want to go to first seed because it would have been trapped by the trappage. I go to coughing to get some free chip on something. I'm gonna go straight for the fire blast. I think it's on that one. Yeah, no, he's gonna sack the first seed. So here I'm not gonna predict and go for. Um, oh no, yeah, I was trying to bait for either the spike or the rocks, just trying to get something from that switch in, and also I didn't want to miss the fire blast and lose my Violet. So Nadu is going to be go to be to be forced out. First seed here. I make a second misplay. I decided to spike. Unfortunately, here I was expecting my opponent to go to coughing because it was risky for them to go straight to trapping because I could have Giga Drain and get out of range of superpower and then Giga Drain again, so I would be at like a 40% or something. So I was expecting them for going to coughing since coughing is burn, lost its Violet, and after rocks it's like at 55% with the burn, so I was expecting them to go for that. Unfortunately they go straight to trap inch. I get trapped. I'm going to Mienfu to revenge kill. I get the crit, but doesn't play as far as I know. So here I'm going straight to coughing to get the fake out, I think. No, the knockoff. It's okay. I'm gonna fire blast straight to remove the coughing, which hopefully I didn't miss, which could have been really bad. And now we're down 4-3, but they are really in an advantage. Oh shit, sorry. Going there, going back to. Okay, so here we have a an interaction between my coughing and their Porygon. So I didn't know the set of the Porygon yet, and my coughing with the neutralizing gas deny the Porygon download to activate. So here what I was thinking is that if I switch out, Porygon is gonna get a boost, and I'm going to be swept. So that's it. That's the point. But there, the mechanic here is that if coughing dies while Porygon is on the field, it doesn't get the boost. So it's not a glitch. It's not well implemented. It's how it works. So I need to stay in and just to lose my coughing straight. So I'm gonna fish for poison. Hopefully I get it on first turn, but I just spam because I know that that my Minfu can live in one hit without the boost, and also it only has two moves: Tri Attack and T-Bolt most of the time. So I'm gonna die here. I'm gonna fake out plus U-turn with the Mienfu to to get the recovery, and we will have the another another good 50-50 here. So I go to Natu. I think that it was the right decision. So I go to Natu to get the Carvana in, and now I got another decision to make, because this Carve, if I U-turn, I kill Carve and I win on the spot. But the thing is that my Minfu with the regen is going to be back at 18 HP, and Carvana with Life Orb, Adamant, Psychic Fang does exactly 18 HP. So I need to hard Mienfu to be able to afterward going back to Natu and to sack it, of course, and to go back to Mienfu and kill Carve. That was my option. So my opponent make a very aggressive and questionable play. So it works. So that's good for him. So well played from them. I'm not gonna deny it, but I think that if they went for Psychic Fang, they would really have to go for Crunch instead, because Psychic Fangs, I leave it at 58%. Even without the Violet, I leave Psychic Fang. So if I stayed in and U-turn, Carvana would have been dead, and also they didn't, they were not able to kill me. So I think that it was uh, not optimal for them, but it played, it works, it worked. Sorry, and they were able to get it, and unfortunately, I'm gonna lose. So a pretty tough lose again, and so yeah. Also, I was questioning myself before the game if I put sub on Diglett, if I was able to put sub here and EQ twice with the hazard, I think that Mienfoo went down, so it could have been an option as well. So unfortunately, I'm going to lose once again in this LCPL, and yeah, so I lose the tie, and that's it. So yeah, I'm not really happy of how I'm playing right now in this tournament. I gotta shake up my ideas and go back to how I played in the LC Open, and trying to get some more wins for my team. And so yeah, we'll try to bounce back in the next week. And now we're moving on to the next game, which is between Don BS, which under the alt Vildis, and Drud. So two very strong opponents, challengers. Sorry. DVS bring a very coolish team with Fungus that is not really seen that is not seen a lot recently due to the supremacy of Natu and steel types. So we'll get directly into the game. DVS is gonna lead with Minfu, Jad as well. Standard, we're gonna win the tie. Hopefully that's good for us. Drud is gonna keep the Violet on Minfu, which is okay. So DVS is going straight for the item kick, which worked perfectly. So he's able to remove directly the Mariani straightforward, and that was really good. So Porygon is going sorry, is gonna come back, and DVS make a good decision. He sees that Fungus is not going to be really helpful in that matchup. You got Natu, you got Ferroseed that will block it from doing anything. So he decides to use it as a pivot or as a sack, and that worked perfectly because he got the double into Trapinch. So Fungus going to just play safe. Going back to the good double from them from Drud to deny the entry of Mienfu. Once again, Fungus is going to be the sack of choice, just to see what they lock themselves into. Poniard is going back here. We'll try to not get a power or burn or something twice. And here, I think that worked, but I think that was a strange play from DVS because you know Mienfu didn't lose its Violet, so it's likely that they may want to switch in. Natu is also a possibility, and also Trapinch was a possibility. So I think that it was much safer to just go directly for the knock to hit the Trapinch or whatever comes in, and after if you hit the knockoff with the Poniard on the Trapinch, you can Iron Head and kill it. So, but we will lose our Porygon check directly. So we have a free switch in for Natu. Natu is gonna cost me power, and yeah. So normally it should be directly a sweep if we don't get unlucky on the hits. So Natu is gonna hit the knockoff pretty comfortably. You got the U-turn from Mienfu. Porygon is going to come back with the plus attack boost. Really important here to note that the spread of Natu was made so that Porygon doesn't get the special attack boost. We're gonna heat. and we're gonna knock uh, the 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 Porygon. They said that DVS says that it could have played so with the crit. I don't know, maybe. We'll see. We'll never know. So Natu good double. So we'll try to get the Roost. It doesn't work. So we'll get the Psychic, and we're gonna reveal the Berry Juice set. Going back to Ferroseed, not gonna predict. Going straight for the Ice Beam. Get a huge chunk on Ferroseed. Another Ice Beam. Another Ice Beam. Yeah. So since the Berry Juice was not, it does 0 damage. So we're gonna lose our Porygon here, which is fine. Staryu is gonna come and just clean the game straightforward. So I think a good game from DVS. It was his first week since last week he wasn't able to play due to other occupation. And yes, we can move on to the third and last game, which will be this week a BW game between Califlor and Rufasa, also known as Fatty. So we have a pretty standard staples from both sides. We have the Trace Porygon, you got the Frillish, you got the Poniard as well. Minfu is always there, Diglett always super good. You got the special attackers on both sides, and you got also special attackers from Volibee, Naciplot, and Magnemite. So the one thing to note is that in Gen 5, Weak Armor from Volibee was only +1 speed and not +2 speed. So it's really important to note because Scarfers can outspeed it and revenge kill it. So we'll get right into the game. I'm just gonna remove the music, and there we go. So we lead Volibee versus Mienfoo. Nasty Plot directly right off the bat. We're gonna U-turn, get the +1 boost, like I said. So Porygon is gonna trace the Weak Armor, and we're gonna go with for the Taunt to prevent the Thunder Wave or Toxic or whatever. Volibee is gonna Hair Slash. Unfortunately, Califlor is gonna outspeed, like I said, the Volibee and directly kill it, which is okay because it allows the Diglett to just trap the Magnemite sub, and also I think put rocks. Yeah, so pretty good. Gonna remove the Diglett. Unfortunately, we're going to I don't know why we were behind the sub, and we directly. Okay, I know it's because I know it's because let's say that we are live form. So let's say that we do some damage to Mienfoo. Of course, it will do like 80 no, so maybe 70% to Mienfoo. But in the back, probably there's a Balloon Diglett that can counter trap or Porygon Trace as well. So that's why Califlor directly switch out, which is good. But if you wanted to do that, maybe you should have just not sub at the first point to not lose some HP. But that's okay. So Ghastly is gonna take the U-turn. Diglett is going there. Going back to Mienfoo, taking the rocks. We're gonna knock off, I think. Yeah, to remove the highlight from Filish. For U-turn, going to Ghastly to heat normally the Will-O-Wisp, but Fatty raid this. So Mienfoo is going to take the Shadow Ball pretty comfortably. Knock off Will-O-Wisp from Ghastly, which is gonna invalidate the Mienfoo pretty easily. So here it's a 50-50 between Pursuit and Beat Up. So Diglett is going to kill the Ghastly. Mienfoo is coming back, and we are still in a good spot because you have a free U-turn for Diglett. You got the pawn that is coming back and gonna just go for the Iron Head. Night Flash, okay. Which I think was maybe questionable since Frilish lost its Violet, but maybe Kelly was seeing something else. So Frilish is free to just go for the Scald. So the Shadow Ball. Oh no, it's because, yeah, we revealed Toxic on Frilish, which is very, very good. We were able to stall out the Porygon. Fatty is going to switch out directly to its Abra. Abra is going to sub. HP Fight is going to knock off the Poniard. Diglett is going to come back. We're going to pursue. I know we're not going to pursue. We're just, of course, going to. There's no shit shell in Gen 5. So we're going to trap the Abra. So we're going to stall out also the Toxic for Porygon. Maybe getting in range of EQ. Try attack. Toxic. We're going to EQ and make an exchange in both kills. That is great. Diglett is gonna live, but it's gonna die to no fake out. Okay, that's perfect in fact. So Mienfoo Frilish is going to be able to go to get back and get a pretty good matchup versus the rest of the team. Recover here. You got Diglett. He's going to attack. Frilish is going to kill it, and now there's a good speed tie like we always like. Fatty is going to win the first, but we get the Spidef on the second one and the Curse Body, which allows it to either Toxic or Scald, and Kali is going to win the 50-50 and go for the Scald. And now it's a Mienfoo burn versus Frilish plus Mienfoo. So Kali is gonna get the win, and pretty clean win from Kali. I'm really happy for them. So well played. Good bounce back from week one, and yeah, so that was well played. So we're going to look at the standings. So overall in the week we ended up tying versus the Snoms. Yeah, I'm part of this because I could have and maybe should have won my game like the first week. So I'm really sad about how I'm playing right now, and that's how it looks in the standings. We're currently in the 6th position with 1 loss and 1 tie. We are not at the end of the standings, and it's a 7-week tournament, so there's a lot more to play. We need to look further and to also get back to our good good prep. We know that we are able to get some good preparation for the upcoming challenge. And so yeah, well, I hope that you appreciate it, and also stay tuned for the week 3 that is upcoming this week. I'm still playing, and also we'll be able to bounce back, I'm pretty sure. So I'll leave you like that, and also stay tuned for the rest of the tournament. I'll see you guys in the next one.